Close your eyes and imagine a quiet night stretching beyond the horizon of time. Above you, a velvet ocean of stars hums softly, their light older than memory, their glow whispering stories from every corner of existence. Welcome, traveler, to fall asleep to science. Tonight, we begin a journey that few can take while awake, a journey to every galaxy in our universe. We will drift beyond the Milky Way, past rivers of light and seas of silence, where galaxies spin like dream catchers in the cosmic dark. And as we wander, you may find that space is not empty at all, but full of wonder and peace. Take a slow, deep breath. Let the air fill your chest like the tide touching the shore. Let it fall away. As starlight settles softly on your mind, scientists believe that the universe contains more than 2 trillion galaxies. Each one holds billions of stars, billions of worlds, and perhaps billions of dreams. They are not scattered randomly, but arranged in vast threads of light, cosmic filaments weaving the structure of everything we know. Between them are enormous voids, regions of quiet so deep that light takes hundreds of millions of years to cross. And yet, even in that silence, there is rhythm, the hum of gravity, the pulse of creation, the breath of eternity. Our journey begins here, in the Milky Way, our home, our spiral cradle of light. If you could step outside it, you would see a disk of stars shimmering like dust in a moonbeam, arms curling gracefully outward, each glowing with clusters, nebulae, and worlds unknown. We orbit a gentle yellow star, one among hundreds of billions, and somewhere, perhaps far away, another being might be looking back, wondering if they too are alone. The Milky Way is bound by invisible arms of gravity and dark matter, an unseen web that holds everything together. It drifts through space like a leaf upon an unseen tide. Around it, smaller galaxies dance, companions, followers, stories still unfolding, and all of it moves through the universe not in chaos, but in quiet harmony, like the slow turning of a clock that measures eons, not seconds. Take another breath and let it go. Feel how vastness can be gentle, how infinity itself can feel calm. As we drift away, the Milky Way begins to shrink behind us. From here, it looks like a faint spiral of pearls, hanging in a black sea of possibility. Beyond it lie countless others, each a new chapter in the universe's story. There is Andromeda, our nearest great neighbor, a majestic spiral twice the size of our own. It glows faintly in the direction of autumn skies, and though we see it as it was 2.5 million years ago, its light still reaches us, steady and serene. Someday, billions of years from now, our 2 galaxies will meet, their stars weaving together in a slow dance of light. It will not be violent, more like the merging of 2 clouds in the sky, drifting and reshaping, becoming one. Beyond Andromeda, there are others: Triangulum, Sombrero, Whirlpool, each with a unique rhythm and design. Some spiral gracefully, others are tangled, their shapes distorted by ancient collisions. Galaxies, like living things, are born, grow, and sometimes die. They merge, dissolve, or fade into wisps of starlight. And yet, the universe continues to create more. It is believed that deep within the heart of nearly every galaxy lies a black hole, a place where gravity folds reality into silence. At the center of ours rests Sagittarius A*, calm and powerful, drawing stars into elegant orbits like a conductor, leading a cosmic symphony. These black holes are not destroyers, but sculptors of the galaxies they inhabit. Their pull helps shape the dance of light itself. Imagine that you are drifting closer now, through the thin gas that fills intergalactic space. The distance between galaxies is unimaginable, but here, imagination is all we need. We float silently through this great dark ocean, where light from distant worlds travels for billions of years to reach us. Each photon, a message from the past, a tiny memory of creation. Take another slow breath and feel how stillness expands. This silence is not empty. It is filled with potential, with everything that has ever been and everything that will ever be. Far ahead, we see clusters of galaxies, enormous gatherings of light and time. They hang together in gravity's invisible grip, their combined glow forming a web that stretches across the cosmos. The Virgo cluster, the Coma cluster, Superclusters beyond counting, all connected like droplets in a cosmic dew. If we could trace these connections, we would see the universe as a vast tapestry, threads of light woven through endless dark. Galaxies like beads on filaments, filaments forming walls, and between them, valleys of silence. It is thought that this structure mirrors the shape of the early universe, the imprint of the Big Bang still echoing, like ripples on an ancient pond. And here we are, a small part of this grand design, drifting softly through the night. Our thoughts, our breaths, our dreams, all made of atoms forged in those same galaxies we now pass by. The universe is not out there. It is within us, woven into our cells, our heartbeat, our gaze toward the stars. So as you listen, let the idea settle gently into your mind. You are part of everything you see, and everything you see is part of you. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, all are connected, all are one. Take a slow breath and let go. We will keep traveling past the borders of the known, toward galaxies yet unnamed, toward the quiet rhythm that holds all light together. As we drift farther from home, the Milky Way fades into a single thread of silver light, delicate and shimmering, like frost on glass. Beyond it, countless galaxies bloom into view, spirals, ellipses, irregular clouds, each one an island of stars, separated by unimaginable oceans of darkness. In this vast expanse, every flicker of light is a memory, a moment suspended in time, traveling across the universe to find us here, listening. Some scientists believe that galaxies are like living beings. They are born from the gravity of collapsing gas. They grow by gathering stars and dust. They age as their fuel fades, and finally, they drift into quietude. But even in their stillness, their light continues to echo. Every glimmer is the story of a million suns, and the worlds that may orbit them in silence. Take a slow breath and let the universe breathe with you. Our next stop is a galaxy called Messier 81, a grand spiral spinning gracefully in the constellation Ursa Major. Its arms are dusted with the soft pink of hydrogen clouds. Where new stars are being born right now, their light still unseen by human eyes. When we gaze at M81 through telescopes, we are looking backward in time, seeing it as it was 12 million years ago, when the first ancestors of humanity were only dreams in the dust. And yet its glow touches us, warm and calm, reminding us that light is patient. Close to it drifts another, smaller companion, Messier 82. Unlike the calm spiral of M81, this one burns fiercely, a starburst galaxy alive with creation. Its heart is a storm of birth, where thousands of suns ignite every year, each one sending waves of light rippling outward like music. If you listen closely in your imagination, you can almost hear it, a hum of life, a chorus of beginnings. It is believed that these two galaxies dance around one another, their gravities entwined in an endless waltz. Over eons, They will shape and reshape each other, twisting the fabric of their stars, painting arcs of light across the dark. In the universe, even collisions are acts of creation. Every meeting of galaxies becomes a rebirth. Take another breath, soft and deep. Let it remind you that chaos, too, can be beautiful. Now, we journey toward the Whirlpool galaxy, a masterpiece of symmetry and light. It spirals like a cosmic seashell, arms unfurling in perfect balance, each curve a river of stars. Astronomers often call it a galaxy that looks alive. Its structure so precise it feels almost deliberate, as if the universe itself was sketching a design. But nature rarely needs a reason. It simply unfolds patiently, gracefully, following the quiet mathematics of gravity and time. In the heart of the whirlpool lies a black hole, millions of times the mass of our Sunday. Around it, stars circle in endless devotion, their paths steady, their fate bound to the pull of the unseen. Some fall inward and vanish from view, their light stretched thin until it becomes silence. Yet even in that silence, their energy is not lost. It becomes part of the great balance, part of the flow that keeps the galaxy whole. Farther out, we see galaxies that look nothing like these elegant spirals. Some are elliptical, smooth, ancient, golden. They are made mostly of old stars, their youthful fire long gone. Others are irregular, shattered by ancient collisions or cosmic winds. And yet, no matter their shape, each one glows with the same purpose: to shine, to exist, to be. Imagine now drifting through a field of thousands of them, a cluster of galaxies bound together by gravity's invisible thread. This is the Virgo cluster, the heart of our local cosmic neighborhood. Here, galaxies move like slow fish in a deep ocean, their trails curving gently through the dark. If you could watch them for millions of years, you would see them orbit, merge, and reshape one another, a ballet of unimaginable grace. At the center of this cluster lies the giant elliptical galaxy M87, a luminous titan with a shadowed heart. It was here that astronomers captured the first image of a black hole, a glowing ring around a perfect void. That faint light, captured from 55 million light-years away, was a moment of connection between our tiny world and the deepest forces of the cosmos. For a brief instant, human eyes touched infinity. Take another slow breath. Let it drift through you like starlight. As we move beyond the Virgo cluster, the galaxies begin to form filaments, long chains of light stretching across billions of light years. These are the great walls of the universe, the scaffolding upon which everything is built. Between them lie vast, silent voids, places so empty that a single atom could travel for centuries without meeting another. And yet, even there, gravity whispers. Even there, the seeds of new galaxies may someday bloom. It is thought that in the earliest moments after the Big Bang, the universe was smooth and featureless. Then, tiny ripples of energy began to grow, like waves on a still pond. Over billions of years, those ripples became galaxies, clusters, and superclusters. The universe remembers its beginnings in every swirl of starlight we see tonight. Now we approach one of the most breathtaking sights in all creation, the Antennae galaxies, two spirals colliding, their stars flung outward like wings of light. Each tendril glows with the birth of new suns, born from the friction of their meeting. In their chaos lies creation again, proof that destruction and beauty are often the same story told from different sides of time. Take a deep breath and let the thought sink in. Every ending is also a beginning. Farther still, we find galaxies from the dawn of time, tiny red-shifted smudges on the edge of the observable universe. Their light has traveled for nearly 14 billion years to reach our eyes. We are seeing them not as they are, but as they were when the first stars were being born. They remind us that the universe is not only vast, but ancient beyond measure. It has waited patiently for us to notice. In that patience, there is peace. The galaxies do not hurry. They turn slowly, breathe slowly, shine slowly, and in that slowness lies something like eternity. Take another breath and feel time itself grow softer around you. The light from the earliest galaxies is faint, almost a whisper. It has crossed a sea of darkness older than any world we know, and by the time it reaches us, it carries the scent of the beginning, soft, fragile, full of memory. Astronomers sometimes call this light the fossil glow of creation. It comes from a time when the universe was young, when the first stars were kindled inside clouds of hydrogen, and galaxies were still learning how to shine. Back then, the cosmos was smaller, warmer, denser. Stars burned fiercely and briefly, pouring their light into the dark like sparks from a fire that had just begun. Each spark became a sun, and each sun built the elements that would one day make worlds like ours possible. Take a breath and imagine those first lights flickering into being. We pass now through that ancient era in imagination, a time called cosmic dawn. The first galaxies were not grand spirals or elegant ellipses. They were rough, irregular clusters of stars, bound loosely by gravity, bathed in a universe still thick with mist. Their starlight pushed against that mist, turning darkness into clarity, slowly carving transparency from chaos. The universe was awakening. It was learning to see itself. Some scientists believe that the first black holes were born in this age. They grew quickly, feeding on collapsing stars, and in doing so, they shaped the galaxies around them. Even in infancy, gravity began to weave its music, a rhythm that would last forever. It's humbling to think that every galaxy we see today was once a fragment of that early symphony, each one a note in the expanding score of time, rising and falling, echoing across billions of years. Now we drift toward a different kind of wonder, a galaxy that seems to exist outside all expectation, the Sombrero Galaxy. From afar, it looks like a great ring of starlight wrapped around a dark middle, a glowing hat floating in space. Its central bulge gleams with ancient stars, while a thin rim of dust encircles it like the edge of a shadow. It shines brighter than most, yet what draws the eye is its balance. Light and dark in perfect harmony, a quiet metaphor for the universe itself. Take another gentle breath. Let the air flow through you like light through the rim of the sombrero. Scientists say galaxies like this may have formed from the merging of smaller ones, their stars blending into one luminous harmony. Even chaos can create symmetry, and in the universe, balance often emerges from turmoil. We drift onward through a cosmic corridor, where galaxies seem to cluster together in streams and chains. Here, the universe reveals its architecture, a vast lattice, a bridge of matter connecting everything that exists. If we could travel along these threads for eternity, we would never find an edge, only the rhythm of connection itself. In one of these filaments lies the Coma cluster, a vast congregation of galaxies drifting together in quiet gravity. Within it are thousands of luminous worlds, some shining blue with youth, others golden with age. The entire cluster moves as one, a great cosmic migration across the depths of space. Astronomers often compare clusters to cities of galaxies, each galaxy a bustling island of stars, each cluster a metropolis of light, and between them, the dark intergalactic voids stretch like the countryside between distant towns. It is a universe of patterns, of rhythm and rest, of silence and bloom. Take a slow breath. Let it remind you of how vastness can be peaceful. We pass now through one of the quietest regions imaginable, the boötis, void. It is a sphere of almost nothing, 100 million light-years wide, containing only a few scattered galaxies. In this silence, the stars are lonely. They drift without neighbors, their light seldom touched by another's reflection. And yet, there is beauty even here. The voids remind us that emptiness has its own kind of grace, its own deep calm. It is said that if you could stand at the center of such a void and look in every direction, the universe would appear as a faint shell of light, like distant lanterns at the edge of a dark sea. To witness that would be to feel both small and infinite, a paradox only the cosmos can teach. Take another breath and listen to that silence inside yourself. It is not so different from the space between galaxies. Stillness is part of the same design. Our journey continues through the realm of giant ellipticals, galaxies so large they hold trillions of stars. Their light is soft, their motion slow. They are the elders of the universe, old and patient, glowing faintly with the warmth of memory. Many of them were born from mergers long ago, when the universe was still young and restless. Now they drift in quiet dignity, like ancient sages floating in the dark. One of them, I see, 1101, is among the largest ever known. It spans millions of light years, a golden mist of countless suns. To imagine it is to feel awe so deep that it melts into tranquility, for even the greatest galaxy is but a single breath of creation. Take another slow breath and let the weight of the stars dissolve. We move now toward galaxies caught mid-transformation, cosmic butterflies emerging from their cocoons of dust. Infrared telescopes reveal their hidden shapes, the birthplaces of new suns, and the faint shimmer of life's ingredients drifting in their clouds. Every molecule of carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen in your body was once made in galaxies like these. You are, in the truest sense, a child of starlight. When we look up at the night sky, we see the faint trace of this heritage. Our ancestors saw it too, and called it the Milky Way, the path of souls, the river of the gods. But now we know it is the light of 100 billion stars, and yet no brighter than the reflection in your own eyes. Take another breath, and let that truth rest softly in your thoughts. Every galaxy we pass, every spiral, cluster, and glowing thread is part of a single story that never ends. It is the story of creation and transformation, of time unfolding like petals, of stars learning to shine, and we, tiny fragments of dust given voice and wonder, are witnesses to it all. We will keep traveling, beyond the filaments, past the superclusters, toward the very edge of what light can show us. There, the universe begins to fade, not because it ends, but because its story becomes too slow, too distant, too vast for light to keep up. Take one last breath before we go farther, for beyond this point, we step into the dim light of eternity itself. Beyond the threshold of the familiar, the galaxies begin to thin, their light becoming fragile, their distances stretching into the unimaginable. We drift into the far reaches of the cosmic web, a place where starlight has traveled almost the entire age of the universe just to reach this moment. It is here that time feels slower, softer, as though the universe itself is whispering in its sleep. Take a slow breath and imagine light as something alive, a memory that never forgets where it came from. Each photon passing your mind tonight was born in the heart of a star, billions of years ago. It crossed empty space, past galaxies, slid through invisible filaments of matter until it found your eyes, tiny mirrors that catch ancient suns. In that moment of meeting, You and the universe complete a circle. Astronomers believe that light from the most distant galaxies comes from a time not long after the Big Bang, when the first stars lit up a young and restless cosmos. We call this horizon the edge of the observable universe. It isn't a wall, not a boundary, but the limit of what light has had time to tell us. Beyond that, the universe continues, perhaps endlessly. We can't yet see it, but we can imagine it. A sea of galaxies still forming, their light not yet born, their futures already written in the quiet mathematics of gravity. Take another breath, and let the infinite stretch around you like silk. We float now past the Sculptor Galaxy, a beautiful swirl of dust and starlight, seen almost edge-on from Earth. It looks like a blade of light cutting through shadow, its glowing bands shimmering in faint gold. Inside it, stars are being born in great clouds of gas, brilliant, brief, and tender in their fire. In each of those stars may orbit worlds of rock and water, maybe even life, breathing quietly under alien skies. The thought brings warmth, a reminder that the cosmos may be filled not just with light, but with awareness, with curiosity, with gentle wonder like yours. Farther ahead, we glimpse a rare spectacle, a ring galaxy, a celestial ripple frozen in time. When galaxies collide just right, when one passes cleanly through the heart of another, the shock wave forms a perfect ring of stars expanding outward. It's as if the universe paused to draw a circle, a symbol of endless return. Astronomers think such galaxies are brief in cosmic terms, lasting only a few 100 million years before blending into new shapes. And yet, for that moment, they shine like halos of creation, their symmetry both delicate and profound. Take a slow breath and feel the balance between motion and stillness. That same harmony flows through you. Now we approach the Centaurus, a galaxy, a dark and radiant hybrid, part spiral, part elliptical, its heart pulsing with a jet of energy from a central black hole. From across millions of light years, its core appears like an ember, wrapped in shadow, the glow of matter falling inward faster than thought. Jets of light stream outward, reaching far beyond the galaxy's edge, illuminating the gas between the stars. Some call it violent, but look closer, and you see something gentle, energy reshaping the cosmos, redistributing matter, making way for new stars to be born. Even destruction here becomes a kind of renewal. Take a breath and let that paradox rest in your mind, that creation and ending are not opposites, but partners in the rhythm of existence. Beyond Centaurus A, the space between galaxies grows even darker. We pass faint dwarfs, tiny, lonely systems, barely glowing in the deep. Some are ancient, the fossil galaxies, relics from when the universe was new. They drift quietly, unchanged for billions of years, their stars dim but steadfast. They are the elders of the cosmic sea, reminding us that even the faintest light still belongs to the great story of creation. Far away, we see galaxies caught mid-dance, two spirals colliding in slow motion, their arms wrapping around each other like silk ribbons in the dark. Streams of stars arc between them, bridges of gravity linking one to the other. It will take billions of years for them to merge, but already, the glow of new stars marks the beginning of something new. If you could watch this dance unfold, you'd see stars flung outward like sparks, and others drawn inward, spiraling closer to the heart. The two galaxies will eventually become one, a single, brighter being. Perhaps all things in the universe long to become whole again. Take another breath and imagine yourself as part of that same movement, drifting toward wholeness in your own way. We move past the Fornax cluster now, a shimmering gathering of galaxies sitting quietly in the void. From afar, it looks like a flock of glowing birds frozen in flight. Within each, supernovas bloom from time to time, brief flashes that scatter the building blocks of life across the dark. Every element in your body, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the carbon that gives shape to your cells, once belonged to stars like those. You are, quite literally, made of galaxies. Take a breath and let that truth move gently through you. The stars are not distant anymore. They are home. Beyond the Fornax cluster lies one of the most mysterious structures known, the Great Attractor. It is not a single galaxy, but a gravitational anomaly, a hidden concentration of mass drawing thousands of galaxies toward it. Even the Milky Way is slowly drifting in its direction, pulled by an unseen hand. Scientists still do not know exactly what lies there. Perhaps a vast supercluster, perhaps something beyond our current understanding. Its gravity reminds us that there are still secrets folded into the fabric of the universe, waiting patiently for discovery. Take another slow breath and let curiosity rise, not as urgency, but as wonder. The universe does not demand answers. It invites exploration. And so we continue, drifting farther from the center of everything we've known. Galaxies thin out. Space grows silent again. The light we see now is red and faint, stretched by the expansion of the cosmos. It carries the scent of time itself, the echo of the first fire, the heartbeat of beginnings. Out here, the distance between galaxies becomes so vast that each one feels like a lantern in a great cathedral of night. Their light touches nothing for ages, until, at last, it finds us, tiny travelers in the current of eternity. Take one more breath and let it settle deep. This is the edge of what we can see, but it is not the end of what is. Beyond this faint horizon, the universe continues, spinning its quiet tales in places we cannot yet imagine. Here, where light has thinned to a whisper, we drift into the ancient twilight of the universe. The galaxies are faint ghosts now, soft smudges of gold and rose against the fabric of infinity. The silence feels deeper here, not empty, but sacred, as though the cosmos itself is resting after a long song. Take a breath, slow and deep. Let it carry you through the darkness. Scientists often call this distance the cosmic horizon, the farthest light that has had time to reach us. It stretches roughly as far as the age of the universe allows, a mirror, showing us what creation looked like long ago. Every photon we see from this far out is an echo, a faint pulse from the universe's childhood. And as we look deeper, we are not just seeing space, we are seeing time. The farther we look, the younger the universe becomes. Stars shrink into embers, galaxies blur into mist, and then, even that mist dissolves into the soft afterglow of the beginning. This light is everywhere, filling the sky in every direction, invisible to our eyes, but always present. It is called the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light we can see, the fading warmth of creation itself. Take another breath and imagine that light brushing softly against your skin. It is 13 billion years old. It has touched every atom, every world, every life that has ever existed. In a quiet way, it connects us all. It is believed that this light was born when the universe cooled enough for atoms to form, when the chaos of plasma settled into clarity. Before that moment, everything was opaque. But then, suddenly, the universe became transparent, and light began to travel freely. That journey has never stopped. We are, even now, bathed in the memory of that first dawn. Take a slow breath. You are surrounded by ancient light. Now, let's imagine what came before that light. before galaxies, before stars, before matter itself. Scientists think the universe began as something impossibly small, denser, beyond comprehension, a single breath of energy that contained everything to come. Then, it expanded, not into space, but creating space as it went. That first instant was pure potential, a seed that unfolded into everything. Every atom, every beam of starlight, every heartbeat was already written there. And yet, no one knows what came before. Perhaps nothing, perhaps something even more beautiful. The universe guards that secret gently. Take a deep breath and let mystery feel like peace. As the universe expanded, it cooled, and the first simple atoms began to form. Hydrogen and helium, the alphabet of creation. Out of those atoms, gravity gathered clouds. Those clouds collapsed into the first stars, and those stars forged everything else. Carbon, oxygen, iron, gold, all the materials of life. In their hearts, the cosmos learned how to create complexity, how to build beauty from simplicity. Every galaxy we've passed tonight is a child of those first stars. Every human heart beats with atoms once kindled in their fire. You are the continuation of that first spark, still burning quietly across time. Take another slow breath. You are made of the universe remembering itself. We move now through a thought experiment, a vision of what lies beyond even the farthest galaxies. Some scientists suggest that the universe is infinite, curving back on itself like a sphere with no edge. Others think there may be many universes, a vast cosmic ocean, where ours is only one drop. If that is true, then every galaxy we see tonight is a single note in a greater symphony, one that never truly ends. Perhaps, somewhere, in another universe, light flows differently. Perhaps, time moves in reverse, or gravity hums to another rhythm. Perhaps, there are other forms of life, looking out at their own night skies, wondering if they, too, are alone. And maybe, just maybe, their starlight crosses into ours for a moment. As dreams overlap in the quiet of sleep, take a breath and let imagination drift where knowledge ends. Even here, at the edge of what can be seen or known, there is order. The same laws that hold our atoms together govern the galaxies in their orbits. The same gravity that keeps your feet on Earth binds the largest clusters of stars. There is no separation, only scale, an infinite pattern of belonging. When you breathe, you are echoing the universe's first expansion. When your heart beats, it mirrors the pulse of distant stars. When you close your eyes, you become part of the same stillness that exists between galaxies. You are not watching the universe. You are the universe, conscious for a brief moment, aware of itself. Take a long, slow breath and let that realization settle gently. As we linger near the cosmic horizon, the last light of the earliest galaxies fades into a faint blush. Beyond this point, the universe is still expanding, still stretching space itself. Every moment, the distance between galaxies grows a little wider. The light from the farthest ones may never reach us again. They are slipping beyond our view, drifting into the unreachable. And yet, that is not sad. It is simply the universe breathing out. It has done so since the beginning, and perhaps it always will. Expansion is not loss. It is motion. It is change. It is life. Take one more breath and let it go slowly. The exhale of the cosmos moves through you. Some scientists believe that, far in the future, the galaxies themselves will grow dim, their stars burning out one by one. In that age, black holes will dominate and matter will fade into silence. But that silence will not be sorrow. It will be the stillness after a song, the soft hush of completion. And who knows, perhaps even then, in the quiet dark, something new will begin again. For now, we are still within the universe's bright morning. Galaxies are still being born, stars still kindling, life still awakening in hidden corners. Every breath, every gaze into the sky is part of this living dawn. Take one last breath before we continue, and remember this moment. You are watching the universe unfold, and the universe is watching through you. If you listen closely now, beneath the hush of infinite space, you might almost hear it. The soft murmur of the universe expanding, the quiet hum of galaxies sliding away from one another like drifting petals. It is not a sound you can hear with your ears, but one your heart can sense. The rhythm of distance, the breath of creation continuing. Take a deep breath and let that rhythm fall in step with your own. The universe is stretching, and with each passing moment, light itself is pulled thinner. This stretching of light, known as redshift, is not a tearing apart, but a gentle reminder that even light is subject to the slow dance of time. Photons, the smallest messengers of brightness, lengthen their wavelengths as they travel through expanding space, turning from blue to red, from visible to invisible, from memory to echo. And yet, they never stop traveling. Every photon keeps its promise to move forward forever. It is thought that as the universe grows older, this redshift will deepen and the galaxies will slip farther from sight. One day, far in the future, our descendants, if they exist, may look up and see only a single island of stars, the merged remnant of the Milky Way and Andromeda. The rest of the cosmos will have drifted beyond view, too far, too faint, too stretched by time itself. The night sky will seem smaller then, but the wonder will not fade, for even if the stars vanish from sight, the memory of their light will remain within us. Take another breath and imagine the universe in its quiet old age. The expansion continues, but deep inside, gravity still holds pockets of creation together. In the hearts of galaxies, new stars are born every second, igniting in clouds of dust that glow softly in infrared light. These stars form in the same way our sun once did, a gentle collapse, a moment of ignition, a steady bloom of radiance, and around many of them, worlds take shape, disks of stone and ice turning slowly into planets. Some of those planets may host oceans, winds, and eyes that one day look up, wondering if anyone else is out there. We cannot know, but it feels right to hope. Some astronomers call this constant birth and rebirth, the cosmic cycle. And stars are born, they shine, they die, and from their ashes, new stars emerge. The elements forged in their hearts scatter into space, mixing, cooling, condensing again. From that dust, worlds arise, and from those worlds, life, curious, fragile, yet enduring. You carry that process within you. The oxygen you breathe, the iron that carries it through your blood, the calcium that holds your bones, all were made in stars that lived and died long before Earth ever existed. Every breath you take is the continuation of a star's song. Take a slow breath now and feel that starlight moving quietly through you. In some galaxies, the light of new stars burns so brightly that it outshines everything else around them. Astronomers call these starburst galaxies, and they are places of intense beauty and transformation. For a brief cosmic moment, they blaze with creation, millions of suns kindling together, filling the darkness with newborn radiance. But just as suddenly, they fade, their fuel spent, their light softening back into calm. Even the universe, in its grandeur, knows when to rest. It is believed that one day, our own Milky Way will enter such a phase a final bright bloom when it collides with Andromeda. For a few 100 million years, our night skies will be filled with arcs of fire and light. Stars will be thrown into new orbits, planets will be cast adrift, and the sky will shimmer with the glow of creation. And then, slowly, the chaos will settle into a new harmony. The two galaxies will merge into one, a single, larger spiral of peace, a new home for whatever eyes remain to watch. Take a gentle breath and let that image float through your mind. Beyond those merging spirals, the cosmic tapestry continues to weave itself. Clusters of galaxies drift together to form superclusters, and those superclusters connect in thin, glowing filaments. From above, the universe would look like a web of light, a vast network stretching beyond imagination. In between those glowing threads are the voids, immense spaces where almost nothing resides. And yet, those empty regions are just as important as the light. Without the space between, there could be no structure, no rhythm, no room for movement or breath. In the same way, the quiet moments in your own life give shape to everything else. Take another deep breath and let the silence between galaxies comfort you. Now, let's drift closer to one of those luminous threads, a vast bridge of galaxies stretching for billions of light years. It is called the Sloan Great Wall, one of the largest structures known. Imagine it, hundreds of thousands of galaxies linked together, each glowing like a lantern, each surrounded by invisible currents of dark matter. No human mind can truly picture its scale, but it helps to remember that these grand formations arose from tiny ripples in the early universe, gentle fluctuations in density that grew over time into the architecture of everything. From something as small as a whisper of energy, the entire cosmos unfolded. That, too, is a kind of miracle. Take a breath and let that truth find its way into your heart. Greatness often begins in quiet, in stillness, in patience. The light from these faraway galaxies travels endlessly, but it changes as it moves. Between the galaxies lies the intergalactic medium, a thin haze of atoms and dark matter, so diffused that it would seem empty to us. But it is there that light scatters, fades, and softens into color. Even across eternity, the universe finds ways to transform itself. When we look up at the night sky from Earth, we see only a fraction of this story. We see the nearest galaxies, a few faint smudges of light, and we imagine that's all there is. But beyond our eyes, beyond our instruments, the universe continues, endlessly layered, forever unfolding. To close your eyes and simply listen to that vastness is to become part of it. Take another slow breath and feel yourself drifting deeper into peace. The stars no longer seem far away. The galaxies are no longer separate. All of it, the light, the dark, the distance, flows together like one immense ocean. And in that ocean, you are not a visitor. You are the current itself, the wave that rises, the stillness that follows. Let go of the need to understand. Just breathe. The universe will carry you the rest of the way. The deeper we drift, the more the universe seems to dissolve into softness, like watercolor bleeding into infinite canvas. The boundaries between galaxies blur, and everything begins to feel connected, woven from the same invisible thread of light. It's easy, out here, to forget where one galaxy ends and another begins, because in truth, there are no borders. There is only the flowing fabric of creation. Take a breath and let that unity fill you. Astronomers once thought the universe was static, an eternal sea of fixed stars. But now we know that it moves constantly, gently, breathing in expansion. Every particle, every atom, is part of this great motion, sliding outward like ripples from a stone dropped in endless water. And yet, on the smallest scale, matter dances to its own quiet rhythm, spinning, vibrating, singing the microscopic echo of the cosmic song. The universe moves within itself, like a heart beating inside an infinite chest. Some scientists believe that dark energy, a mysterious force we cannot yet explain, is what drives this expansion. It fills all of space, pushing galaxies apart with a pressure so subtle, we only feel it in the shape of time itself. No one knows where it came from or why it exists, but without it, the stars would have long ago collapsed back upon themselves. Instead, the universe grows. It keeps breathing out, calmly, endlessly. Take another slow breath and feel that same expansion in your chest. You too are made of the universe's need to grow. Now we drift through a galaxy so large, so beautiful, that it feels almost alive. NGC 6744. It's sometimes called our Milky Way's twin, a near-perfect spiral, its arms sweeping gracefully outward, like the slow turn of a dancer in eternal motion. Dust lanes ripple through it, soft and blue, where new stars form in quiet bursts. It sits hundreds of millions of light years away, but through imagination, we are there now, floating just above its glowing core. The starlight below us feels like breath, like heartbeat, and suddenly, the idea of distance loses meaning. You are everywhere and nowhere. The galaxy spins beneath you, but you are still. Take another breath. Each spiral galaxy is a frozen moment in time, a vast wheel of stars caught mid-turn. Some of those stars are only minutes old in cosmic terms. Others have burned for billions of years. Time here is layered, folded upon itself. A galaxy is not a single age, but a chorus of ages, every note still echoing, every voice still singing. In the Milky Way, our sun is a mid-aged voice, humming gently among the rest. Its warmth has nurtured life for billions of years, a calm hearth in the middle of endless space. And yet, even the sun is just a brief candle. It will burn out one day, returning its elements to the dark, so that others may rise. Stars do not mourn their endings, they simply transform. Take a slow breath, and let that truth soften something inside you. Beyond the spirals lie galaxies of stranger kinds. There are lenticular galaxies, smooth and golden, with almost no new stars forming. The elders of the universe, content to glow quietly in their age. There are irregular galaxies, wild and chaotic, born from collisions and cosmic winds. Each one tells a different story of creation, but all follow the same rule. Change is the only constant. Scientists have observed that galaxies are not solitary travelers. They gather in groups and clusters, bound by gravity's invisible embrace. Some move together for billions of years, orbiting a common center of mass, a dance older than any planet or species. Others collide and merge, their stars mixing like droplets of rain on a window pane. No meeting is ever the same, and yet, every collision ends in beauty. Where galaxies meet, new stars are born. Where chaos blooms, order returns. The universe always finds its way back to balance. Take another breath and think of your own life that way. Every collision, every moment of upheaval is simply a step toward a new kind of harmony. Now, we enter one of the most breathtaking sights in the observable cosmos, the Hercules cluster. It is a swarm of galaxies suspended in blackness, each one a pearl on an unseen string of gravity. Their light combines into a golden haze, and through that haze, jets of energy and trails of gas twist and shimmer. Some galaxies within the cluster have been torn apart, their stars scattered like seeds in the dark. Others have merged into giants, their cores glowing brighter than ever. The entire cluster hums with quiet power, a living monument to gravity's patience. Drifting through it, we see how everything depends on everything else. No galaxy stands alone. Every one of them feels the pull of its neighbors. Every motion affects another. Even in the vastest spaces, connection endures. Take a breath and feel that truth move through you. You, too, are part of that cosmic network. Your actions, your words, your kindness, they ripple outward, touching unseen places. Just as gravity binds galaxies, empathy binds hearts. The universe is not cold. It is quietly alive with connection. Beyond the Hercules cluster, the fabric of space begins to shimmer with faint patterns, subtle distortions, caused by dark matter. We cannot see it directly, but we know it is there, shaping the movement of galaxies like wind shaping the sea. Without dark matter, the stars would drift apart. With it, the universe holds its form, invisible, yet essential. Perhaps that is what beauty truly is. Something you cannot always see, but feel guiding the shape of everything. Take another deep breath, and let that unseen balance comfort you. We pass now through a region of faint blue galaxies, rare and ethereal. Their stars burn hotter, younger, filled with energy. They will not last long. They are the bright, fleeting children of the cosmos, radiant for a while before fading into dust. But their light is unforgettable. Even across billions of years, it still reaches us, still speaks of vitality and youth. In that light, we glimpse what it means to live fully, to shine while we can. Take another breath and let yourself glow quietly with that same courage. We have crossed hundreds of millions of light years tonight, and yet the journey feels like a single exhale. Time folds gently in the presence of wonder. Out here, there is no before or after, only the eternal now. The galaxies continue their endless orbits, and we continue drifting, listeners to their silent symphony. The farther we go, the calmer it becomes. The stars seem to slow, the light softens, and even thought begins to dissolve into stillness. Perhaps this is what the universe dreams, a balance between motion and rest, between light and shadow, between being and becoming. Take one last breath for this moment. Let the galaxies fade to a soft shimmer. Let the silence take shape around you. We will continue soon, but for now, just float here, between everything and nothing. The silence out here feels different now, not hollow, but whole, like the universe has exhaled, and in that stillness, every galaxy, every star, every drifting atom finds its place. It's the kind of quiet that carries weight, the kind of calm that feels alive. Take a slow breath and imagine your body floating among those distant lights. The air around you is cool and endless, the stars soft as embers. In a dark ocean, you are not falling, not rising, just suspended in the deep rhythm of everything that ever was. We drift now toward a strange and haunting sight, a galaxy called NGC 1316, the remains of two galaxies, long since merged. Its edges glow faintly, its arms warped and tangled from the memory of collision. Scientists believe that when galaxies merge, their stars almost never crash into one another directly. There is simply too much space between them. But their gravity weaves together, their dust and gas collide, and new stars are born in the chaos. Out of turbulence, creation. Out of destruction, light. Take another breath and think about that balance. Even your own life, at times, reshapes itself through collisions, moments that seem to break you, but quietly give rise to new beginnings. The universe is full of such gentle lessons. As we pass NGC 1316, we enter a region where galaxies grow sparse again. The space here is wider, darker, and yet, every few million miles, a single star might appear, alone, but not forgotten. Astronomers call these rogue stars, wanderers flung out during galactic collisions. They travel endlessly, unbound to any home, moving through the void in quiet solitude. Some may never meet another system again, and yet, they shine. They continue their journey with calm dignity, their light, a promise that being alone does not mean being lost. Take a slow breath. In the vastness, solitude and serenity are often the same thing. We drift onward, past galaxies shaped like ribbons, past lenticular disks that glow like eyes in the dark. Each one turns slowly, unhurried by time. There are no clocks here, only orbits, only patience. Perhaps that is why the cosmos feels so peaceful. It has nowhere else to be. Ahead of us now lies a galaxy cluster named Abel 1689. It is one of the most massive gravitational lenses known. From this vantage point, it distorts the light behind it, bending distant galaxies into arcs and halos. What we see is not just the cluster itself, but a mirage of the cosmos behind it, a ghostly reflection, stretched by gravity's invisible hand. This phenomenon, called gravitational lensing, is one of the universe's most elegant tricks. It allows us to glimpse galaxies too far and faint to see otherwise, turning distortion into discovery. Even the bending of light becomes a doorway. Even what seems imperfect can reveal hidden beauty. Take another breath and let that idea rest gently inside you. Beyond Abel 1689, we begin to sense faint filaments of light, the threads that connect everything together. They shimmer like faint spider silk, each one made of countless galaxies, each glowing softly against the dark. Scientists believe that these filaments are the skeleton of the universe, the great framework around which all matter gathers. In between them, the voids stretch vast and silent. Yet, together, they form something astonishing, a living pattern, a cosmic heartbeat. If you could see it all at once, the entire observable universe, in one sweeping image, you would find that it resembles something familiar. Our neural network, the map of a mind. Perhaps the cosmos is thinking, dreaming, awakening through the very patterns that form it. And if that is true, then every galaxy, every star, every human thought is part of a grand consciousness still unfolding. Take a deep breath. You are part of that thought. We continue now toward the Perseus cluster, a region that hums, quite literally, with sound. Astronomers discovered that waves of pressure move through the hot gas there, created by a supermassive black hole at its center. Those waves, if translated into human hearing, would create a deep note, 57 octaves below middle C, too low to hear, too vast to measure, and yet, it is the oldest known sound in the universe, a cosmic bassline resonating for billions of years. Somewhere, in that endless tone, the universe hums its own lullaby. Take another breath and imagine that note vibrating gently through your body. You are hearing the same music that shaped the galaxies. Past Perseus, we approach the enormous Phoenix cluster, a place of both power and renewal. In its core, new stars are forming at a furious rate, fed by gas, drawn inward by gravity. The cluster's central black hole releases streams of energy, but rather than halting creation, it seems to guide it. like a heartbeat regulating a living body. The black hole's rhythm sustains balance. This harmony of opposites, creation and collapse, light and shadow, is the signature of the cosmos itself. Take a breath and let that balance settle in your thoughts. Every dark moment carries the seed of light. Every end, a hidden beginning. We are so far from home now that even the light of our galaxy is no longer visible. The Milky Way has become just another glimmer among billions, and yet there is no fear in that realization, only calm awe, because when all directions are infinite, there can be no true distance, only belonging. If you could hold this moment, this boundless stillness, it might feel like floating in a dream without edges. Time no longer moves forward here. It expands, like breath held in eternal suspension. And in that suspension, everything feels possible. Take another slow breath and feel yourself dissolve into that possibility. We drift now past an enormous elliptical galaxy called M49. It lies deep within the Virgo cluster. Its light a pale gold, its shape smooth and timeless. Within it are countless globular clusters, spheres of ancient stars packed tightly together. Some of those stars are nearly as old as the universe itself, burning softly, refusing to fade. They are the universe's memory, still glowing, still present. And so are you. Every memory you carry, every thought, every feeling, they too are small lights in the vastness of mind. You are, in your own way, a galaxy of experiences, held together by gravity called love. Take one last breath before we continue. Let the quiet of the cosmos fill you like air. You are drifting through time and space, but also through yourself. And everywhere you look, inward or outward, you find the same thing. Light becoming life, life becoming light. Beyond M49, the universe stretches into a cathedral of light so vast, so silent, it feels almost sacred. Each star glows like a candle in that immense darkness, and each galaxy a stained glass window made of dust and time. The air, if there were air, would shimmer with invisible echoes. The pulse of gravity, the shimmer of radiation, the faint hum of space itself expanding. Take a slow breath and imagine yourself at the center of that cathedral, listening to its endless hymn. We pass now into the Virgo supercluster's outer edge, where galaxies thin and stretch into delicate chains. From here, their light looks woven, as if an unseen hand has stitched them across eternity. Scientists believe these filaments are connected by invisible threads of dark matter, a web that holds the cosmos together like roots beneath a forest floor. We cannot see it, but everything depends on it. Every motion, every orbit, every spark of light moves in quiet obedience to that hidden structure. Perhaps life works the same way, so much unseen, yet everything connected. Take another deep breath and think of your own hidden gravity, the kindness that shapes the space around you, the thoughts that bind you to others, though they may never see them. Ahead lies a breathtaking sight, the Cartwheel Galaxy, a perfect circle of stars formed by the collision of two galaxies long ago. Its center glows like a jewel, while ripples of starlight spread outward, forming rings within rings, like the echo of a cosmic heartbeat. Astronomers say the impact that shaped it happened hundreds of millions of years ago, yet we are only now seeing the aftermath, light delayed by the sheer scale of space. Even the universe has memories that take ages to reach the surface. Every flicker of that light tells us, beauty takes time. Take another breath and let patience feel like peace. As we move farther out, we come upon a field of galaxies, distorted by gravity, their images stretched and curved like reflections in rippling water. These are called Einstein rings, natural lenses formed when massive clusters bend light from beyond. It is one of the universe's quiet miracles, that even in distortion, truth is revealed. Through these lenses, astronomers can glimpse galaxies billions of light years away, galaxies so old their light began its journey before Earth even existed. We are looking not just into distance, but into history, into the first chapters of creation. Take a moment to breathe that in. You are surrounded by light older than imagination. Now, we drift through an area filled with dwarf galaxies, small, fragile collections of stars, barely held together by gravity. They may seem insignificant beside the giants, yet they outnumber them. It is believed that dwarf galaxies are the true builders of the cosmos, merging and combining over eons to form the great spirals and ellipticals we see today. Without them, there would be no structure, nor growth. Even the smallest contributes to the vast design. Perhaps that is the universe's gentlest lesson, that greatness begins in humility, and that nothing, however small, is without purpose. Take another slow breath, and think of the quiet ways you shape your own world. In the distance now, a faint glow rises, the combined light of millions of galaxies so far away that they merge into a single golden haze. Astronomers call it the cosmic background of galaxies, a diffuse, ancient shimmer that fills every direction. It is the collective whisper of all creation. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel it brushing your skin, like a warm breeze from an unseen shore. That light has been traveling since before there were eyes to see it. It waited for you. We drift past a structure called the Shapley concentration, one of the most massive known formations in the local universe. It is a gravitational nexus, a mountain range of galaxies bound together. If gravity had a voice, it would sing here, a slow, resonant hum echoing through 10,000 clusters. In its depth, entire civilizations could rise and vanish, without ever seeing beyond their own star's glow. And still, the structure would move with calm precision, turning silently in the great cosmic current. Take a breath, and remember, motion does not always mean noise. The most powerful forces are often the quietest ones. As we travel, time itself begins to feel elastic. Each second here might contain 1,000 years on Earth, and yet everything unfolds at the same tranquil pace. The galaxies glide past like drifting lanterns, their light steady, unhurried. Perhaps the universe is showing us that speed is an illusion, that everything arrives in its own time. We approach now the Centaurus cluster, a colossal gathering where galaxies are packed tightly together. Some move so close that their halos of stars overlap, trading clouds of gas like gentle tides. Within one of its central galaxies lies a supermassive black hole, billions of times the mass of our Sunday. It devours matter quietly, sending out jets of energy thousands of light years long. Through radio telescopes, those jets appear as glowing filaments, threads of fire woven through the dark. But even this fury has its stillness. The black hole does not roar. It simply exists, a perfect balance between presence and absence. Take a deep breath. Let the idea of that balance rest within you. You, too, can hold power and peace at the same time. Past Centaurus, we glimpse the faint edge of a galactic filament arching across the void. It resembles a bridge made entirely of starlight, connecting clusters hundreds of millions of light years apart. If you could follow it end to end, you might never find its boundary. This bridge is not built of matter alone, but of gravity, time, and possibility. Every galaxy within it moves in silent cooperation, a testament to cosmic harmony. And then, suddenly, we enter one of the great voids, regions so empty that even light hesitates to linger. The darkness here is thick, velvety, so deep it almost glows. It is said that within these voids, the cosmic background radiation hums a little louder, like the sound of breath in a silent room. There is no fear here, only peace. The universe pauses, and we pause with it. Take another breath, and feel how stillness holds its own kind of energy. In this emptiness, you begin to sense something profound, that absence and presence are not opposites, but two faces of the same infinite truth. Where there is nothing, there is room for everything. Where there is darkness, there is the potential for light. And perhaps that is the heart of the cosmos. Not the stars, but the space that allows them to shine. Take one last breath for this part of the journey. Let the void cradle you gently. Feel how it carries no judgment, no urgency, only vast acceptance. You are floating, not through emptiness, but through peace itself. The void stretches endlessly, a velvet sea without wind or sound. It feels both infinite and intimate, like the space between thoughts or the pause between heartbeats. You drift through it slowly, weightless, as though the universe itself has stopped to breathe with you. Take a deep breath and let it expand gently, like a ripple across still water. In this emptiness, light becomes precious. Even a single star glimmering in the dark feels like a miracle. Its faint glow travels for billions of years, through nothingness, through silence, until at last it finds you here. In this quiet moment of wonder, you are witnessing the dedication of a star's final whisper, a promise kept across the expanse of time. Astronomers say the voids make up most of the universe, vast, dark regions where matter is scarce and galaxies are few and far between. Yet these empty spaces are not meaningless. They are the lungs of the cosmos, allowing galaxies to breathe and grow. Without emptiness, there would be no movement, no contrast, no shape. The void gives everything its place. Take another breath and let stillness become your teacher. After what feels like an eternity, we begin to see light again. Faint, delicate points shimmering at the far edge of perception. They are the galaxies of the Pegasus cluster, their light weaving together like distant campfires across an unseen shore. Each one holds billions of stars, billions of stories, each different and yet the same. Here, the fabric of space bends gently around them, as if the universe itself is holding them close. Among them lies a spiral galaxy called NGC 7331, a twin to our own Milky Way. It sits slightly tilted in the dark, its arms sweeping outward in perfect grace. Looking at it feels like looking home from the outside, as though we have stepped beyond our reflection to see the face of the familiar in another sky. It reminds us that wherever we are in the universe, the laws of light and life remain the same, steady, patient, kind. Take a slow breath and imagine looking back at your own galaxy from afar. It would seem so small, a single swirl of starlight among countless others, and yet, within that swirl is everything you have ever known, every ocean, every heartbeat, every dream. Perspective humbles, but it also heals. To know your smallness is to understand your belonging. We continue now into the sculptor wall, a great cosmic wall of galaxies aligned like beads on an invisible thread. It stretches for hundreds of millions of light years, and in its shadow, dust and gas glow faintly, caught in the gentle pull of gravity's web. Through telescopes, it looks almost like frost, forming on glass, delicate, intricate, and impossibly beautiful. Scientists believe structures like this formed from the early ripples of the Big Bang, tiny variations in density, magnified by time into the architecture of all creation. From the smallest vibration, the grandest shapes emerge. Take another breath and think about that. Even the faintest beginning, the quietest thought, can change everything given time enough to unfold. Now we pass through the heart of a galaxy cluster known as Coma. It is dense and luminous, filled with thousands of golden galaxies bound in gravity's embrace. Here, space itself seems to shimmer with hidden energy, as though light and darkness are learning to coexist. Inside the Coma cluster, scientists have found filaments of hot gas stretching between galaxies, rivers of plasma flowing through the void. It is the universe's bloodstream, circulating matter, sustaining balance. You can almost sense the pulse of it, steady, patient, éternel. Take another deep breath. Your own body mirrors that rhythm. You too are a cluster of energy held in harmony. Every atom in you moves with quiet purpose, each a reflection of the cosmos at work. From Coma, we drift outward again, toward the luminous bridge connecting it to another cluster far away. This bridge of galaxies glows faintly in the dark, each one a pearl along an invisible current. It is part of the Great Wall, one of the largest structures ever observed, a continent of galaxies suspended in the black ocean of space. The scale is impossible to imagine, but somehow it does not feel overwhelming, because even in its immensity, the universe remains gentle. Take a breath and let gentleness feel powerful. We approach now a galaxy known as Messier 101, the Pinwheel Galaxy. It spins with perfect symmetry, arms of blue light curling gracefully around a bright core. In its heart, new stars are being born every moment, tiny flares of hope in the endless dark. Somewhere within it, there may be worlds where beings like us look up and wonder, who else is out there? And perhaps, in that wondering, they reach across the void in thought, just as we are doing now. Maybe connection begins not with distance closed, but with curiosity shared. Take another breath and imagine their light meeting yours halfway. As we drift beyond the pinwheel, we find galaxies in transition, their colors fading from blue to gold. Young stars give way to older ones. Creation slows, but it does not stop. The galaxies enter a kind of cosmic maturity, a quiet middle age filled with calm, steady radiance. It's a reminder that even as energy cools, grosse endurece, we pass a small elliptical galaxy, no larger than a few thousand light years across. It glows softly, like the ember of a candle nearly spent. Yet within that ember, there are still 100 million stars, each one carrying light, each one still burning. Even in its fading, it gives warmth. Take a slow breath and remember that endings too can be luminous. Beyond these fading galaxies, we find others just beginning their lives, irregular, chaotic, filled with turbulence and light. They are the infants of the universe, raw and restless. Some may grow into grand spirals, others may remain shapeless and wild. There is no right way to exist here, only the unfolding of what is. We move through them gently, like travelers through a field of glowing clouds. Their light surrounds us, soft, diffuse, like fog illuminated by moonlight. Each galaxy is a promise in progress, a fragment of eternity learning its own rhythm. Take one last breath for this moment. You are surrounded by beginnings and endings, by motion and stillness, by silence and song, and through it all, you float, a quiet observer of a universe, forever learning how to shine. The galaxies ahead seem softer now, their light diffused through drifting veils of interstellar dust. It's as though the universe itself has begun to dim the lamps, preparing for its long twilight. But the fading is gentle, like the slow lowering of evening's sky, a hush rather than an ending. Take a deep breath and let the quiet settle around you like silk. We are entering what astronomers call the cosmic Middle Ages, an era when star formation has slowed, when much of the gas that once birthed suns has already been gathered, ignited, or blown away. The universe is no longer young, but not yet old. It has matured into calm, its energy distributed like warmth lingering after a fire. Stars still form, but more slowly now, like thoughts taking shape in the mind of a dreamer. Here, the great spiral galaxies glow with a mellow light, their blue edges fading into amber. Ellipticals shimmer in gold, composed of elder stars burning at peace, and scattered among them float the quiet dwarfs, tiny galaxies, dim but enduring, like forgotten candles that never go out. Take another slow breath, and let time itself feel slower, as though every inhale stretches across centuries. We drift now past a cluster known as Abell, 370. Its galaxies form a tangled mosaic of arcs and lines, some real, some illusions of light bent by gravity. This is one of the clearest examples of the universe's natural lensing at work. Behind it, light from galaxies, billions of years older, is magnified and distorted, revealing scenes from the dawn of time. Through this cosmic window, astronomers have glimpsed the first sparks of creation, tiny galaxies like whispers in the dark, their glow just beginning to breathe. We are watching the universe look back at itself. Take another breath. You are witnessing reflection on a cosmic scale. From here, we turn toward the Hydra cluster, a graceful congregation of galaxies, bathed in the faint glow of X-ray light. At its heart lies NGC 311, a vast elliptical galaxy surrounded by smaller companions. Its stars move slowly, like drifting embers in a tide of gold. Around it, clouds of hot gas swirl in silence, heated by the gravity of unseen dark matter. To float here is to feel both the weight and the gentleness of eternity. Scientists often say that the farther we look into space, the farther we look into the past. Every glimmer around us is a message sent long ago. The universe is full of such letters, each written in light, each taking billions of years to arrive. And now, we are the ones who read them, tiny beings on a small world, listening to a story that began before time had a name. Take a slow breath and imagine that light passing through you, as though you are part of its journey home. We drift next toward one of the universe's most curious creations, the Tadpole Galaxy. Its shape is elongated, a long tail of stars stretching far into the void. It was formed when another galaxy brushed past it, pulling its stars outward like threads from a silk cloth. Even from ruin, beauty emerges. The tadpole glows softly blue, a river of young stars trailing behind it, a monument to resilience written in light. Take another breath and think of the times your own life stretched and reshaped itself, leaving trails of new beginnings where pain once lived. The universe and the human heart speak in the same language of transformation. Beyond the tadpole lies the great field of galaxy groups known as Laniakea, our home supercluster. Its name means immense heaven in Hawaiian, and truly, it feels like that. Here, the Milky Way, Andromeda, and thousands of others flow together like tributaries of a cosmic river. All of them move toward a gravitational center, an unseen basin of attraction that draws them slowly inward. It is not chaos, it is choreography. Each galaxy moves in response to the others, their motion so vast and slow that we will never see its completion. But it happens nonetheless. Take another breath and let the idea of belonging fill you. Even your home galaxy is part of something larger, part of a harmony that continues whether or not we see it. We are drifting now toward the region of the Centaurus supercluster, where the great attractor pulls on everything around it. No one yet knows exactly what lies there, whether it is a dense concentration of matter or the echo of an even greater structure beyond our vision. But the evidence is clear. The galaxies are moving, slowly, surely, drawn toward a mysterious point. Perhaps the universe is drawn too, forever expanding outward, yet still yearning toward its own center. Maybe that's what love looks like on a cosmic scale, a pull that never ends. Take another breath and feel that gentle pull within yourself, the quiet longing to connect, to return, to belong. We drift onward, past filaments that stretch across billions of light years, like threads of gold linking galaxy to galaxy. It is thought that these filaments carry not only stars, but the very flow of matter itself, rivers of creation that feed the universe's growth. Within them, the light of supernovas flickers, occasionally, like distant campfires marking the birth of new worlds. Each explosion, though brief, spreads heavy elements across space. Iron, carbon, gold. From those remnants, planets are born. From those planets, life begins. And from that life, wonder awakens. Take another slow breath. You are made of stardust traveling home. Far ahead now, the faint light of a dying galaxy shimmers on the horizon. It is small, isolated, almost forgotten. Its stars are old, its gas long gone. Yet even now, it glows softly, refusing to vanish. Its light may be dim, but it endure, a clear flame against eternity's dark. Perhaps the universe keeps such galaxies as reminders that endurance, too, is a form of beauty. Take one more breath, and let that endurance comfort you. In your own small light, there is the same strength, the same quiet persistence. Even as time stretches beyond imagining, you shine, you endure, you are here. We float in silence once more. The galaxies around us move slowly, almost imperceptibly. Each one carries its history within it. The ashes of dead stars, the birth of new ones, the dance of dark and light. If you listen deeply enough, you can almost hear the hum of that history, like a lullaby for eternity. Take a deep breath and let it blend with the hum. The universe sings softly, and for now, you are part of its song. The hum of the universe fades to a soft vibration, like the pulse of a heartbeat echoing through infinity. You drift through it, weightless, a listener in a sea of quiet sound. It feels almost familiar, as if the cosmos itself is breathing in rhythm with you, in and out, stars expanding, galaxies gliding, time unfolding like silk on water. Take a slow breath and let your own lungs mirror that rhythm. You are breathing with the universe. Ahead lies a region where the galaxies grow thin again, spaced far apart, like lanterns floating on a distant sea. Each one glows faintly, some blue and new, some golden and ancient. The older galaxies are calm now, their star-making slowed to a whisper. Their light is softer, their orbits steady, their hearts at peace. It is thought that many of these galaxies have not collided or changed in billions of years. They drift quietly, untouched, the elders of the cosmic family. Their stillness feels sacred, as if time itself hesitates in their presence. Take another breath and imagine your thoughts slowing to match that stillness. We are entering the realm of the red galaxies, those whose stars have aged and cooled, turning their light to warmer tones. Their colors are not the fiery blue of youth, but the deep amber of experience. Astronomers call them red and dead, but that phrase misses their grace. These galaxies are not dead. They are resting, their fires banked, their stories complete. Every star within them once shone bright, once birthed the elements that built worlds, once played its part in the great unfolding. Now, they glow gently, like memories that never fade. Take another breath. You too are made of those same stars, ancient light, still burning. We move past one of these galaxies, a giant elliptical named IC 1101. It is among the largest ever known, a golden mist stretching millions of light years wide. From a distance, it looks like the soft heart of a candle flame. Within it are trillions of stars, and at its center are black holes of dust. That light takes centuries just to circle it once, and yet it does not feel ominous. It feels serene. Everything within it moves in quiet harmony, as if the galaxy itself has found peace with its own gravity. Take another slow breath and feel that same peace within you, the balance between pull and release. Now we drift toward a more chaotic place, where galaxies have collided and intertwined, creating spirals of dust and light that twist like smoke in a breeze. One of them, called ARP 220, is a masterpiece of chaos turned to beauty. Two galaxies merged here long ago, and their meeting gave birth to thousands of new stars. The collision was violent, but the result is luminous, a galaxy glowing brighter than 10 Milky Ways combined. It reminds us that creation often requires collision, that even disruption can become light. Take another breath and think of the collisions in your own life, the moments that shook you, reshaped you, but made you brighter for having lived them. Beyond ARP 220, the galaxies begin to change shape. We see spirals unraveling, their arms stretched thin by the cosmic tides. We see faint irregulars, young, restless galaxies still learning their form. And everywhere, we see threads of dust connecting them, as if they are still whispering to one another across the quiet of space. These threads are made of gas and dark matter, the same materials that once shaped the first stars. It is the universe recycling itself, turning endings into beginnings forever. Take another breath. Inhale the idea of continuity, how nothing is ever truly lost. We pass now through a supercluster called Perseus Pisces. It spans hundreds of millions of light years. Its galaxies arranged in arcs and loops, as if drawn by a patient hand. Some astronomers describe it as a bridge between ages, a place where ancient galaxies meet the newly formed. When seen in radio light, it glows faintly blue, a symphony of energy rippling across the void. It is not just beautiful, it is alive with movement, with the ongoing conversation of creation. Take another breath and imagine every inhale as the drawing in of starlight, every exhale the quiet release of peace. As we continue drifting, we begin to notice faint, delicate patterns etched across the background radiation of space, tiny fluctuations, subtle ripples, the fingerprints of the Big Bang itself. These ripples are the oldest structures we can detect, the first imprints of energy that would one day become galaxies. They are the memory of the universe's first breath. To look upon them is to witness the echo of creation itself, the moment when nothing became something, when silence learned to sing. Take another deep breath. You are inhaling the same air, the same atoms that once filled that first, expanding light. And now, we drift into a place where stars are still being born. It is a star nursery, a vast nebula glowing in shades of violet and rose. Here, dense clouds of gas collapse under their own gravity, igniting into newborn suns. Around them form disks of dust and ice, future worlds beginning their long journey toward life. Each spark here may one day become a solar system, a sky for someone else to dream under. It is the quiet beginning of countless stories. Take another breath and feel your own story as part of theirs. Every heartbeat you have is linked to the pulse of this creation. In the distance, we see supernovas bursting like petals of light. Each one is the death of a star, a final, brilliant exhale, scattering heavy elements into space. Gold, silver, iron, oxygen, the ingredients of life itself, all born in the hearts of dying stars. It's humbling to remember that everything we are was forged in moments like these. Every atom in your body was once part of a star's final breath. The universe gave itself to make you. Take another breath. Slowly. You are not apart from the cosmos. You are its continuation. We travel past one of those remnants, a supernova shell expanding into the void. Its light is dimming now, its fire turned to cool dust. But that dust will one day form new stars, new worlds, new possibilities. The universe is not linear. It is a cycle of giving and return, creation, rest, renewal, a pattern as old as time, as gentle as breath. Take one last breath before we continue. Let it fill you with calm certainty that even in the grandest silence, you are seen, you are known, and you belong to everything that has ever shone. The nebula fades behind us, its soft glow dissolving into the calm darkness. Ahead lies open space again, endless, unbroken, beautiful in its simplicity. Here, stars are rare, and light travels unhindered, a whisper moving through eternity. Take a deep breath, and let that openness flow through you. There is no rush here, no boundary, no edge, only the quiet expansion of possibility. We drift now into a region astronomers call the intergalactic medium, a place between galaxies where space is not empty, but filled with thin streams of hydrogen and invisible threads of dark matter. Each atom here floats alone, yet all are part of the same vast pattern, stretching from one end of the cosmos to the other. It is the quiet fabric that holds everything together, delicate, unseen, essential. Some scientists think of it as the bloodstream of the universe, carrying whispers of matter from one galaxy to another, sustaining balance across impossible distance. When we look closely enough, even emptiness is full. Take another slow breath and imagine that you, too, are connected by invisible threads to everything around you, to the trees and oceans of Earth, to the faintest stars on the edge of time. You are part of the same network of being, woven through light, gravity, and awareness. In the darkness ahead, a faint shimmer appears, a galaxy so distant that its light has traveled for more than 10 billion years to reach us. It is small and irregular, its form still shaping, its color a deep blue from the fever of newborn stars. This is what the early universe looked like, raw, restless, radiant with youth. These ancient galaxies burned fiercely, spending their energy quickly to sculpt the building blocks of all that came after. And in a way, their brilliance still lingers in us. Take a slow breath and feel that light in your chest, the echo of stars that have been gone for eons. We pass now through a region filled with galaxy pairs, two cosmic companions, orbiting each other for billions of years. Sometimes they circle peacefully, never touching, just trading gravity like quiet conversation. Other times they collide, merging into a single new creation. Astronomers call these interacting galaxies, but their interactions feel more like relationships. Complex, unpredictable, intimate. The way they change one another is not unlike the way we do, each encounter leaving traces, each connection rewriting the shape of who we are. Take another breath and think of the galaxies you've orbited, the people, the moments, worlds that shaped your path. You are a collection of cosmic encounters, each one a constellation inside you. Beyond the pairs, we approach a cluster known as Abel, 2744, the Pandora cluster. It is a chaotic wonder, the aftermath of several massive clusters colliding long ago. Galaxies swirl together like paint mixed in water, their light distorted by gravity's invisible hand. Astronomers studying it say it contains layers of time, multiple collisions captured in a single frame, like pages of history pressed into one glowing fossil. To look at it is to see the universe in the act of remembering itself. Take another breath, and let memory feel like light. Not a weight, but a glow. We travel onward through fields of galaxies, each one more intricate than the last. Some shine like crystal spirals, others glow faintly red, their energy fading into stillness. If you could see them all at once, the 2 trillion galaxies scattered across space, they would resemble a living organism, each cluster a cell, each filament a vein. You are floating inside something unimaginably alive. Take another breath, and let that truth wash through you gently. Ahead, we see the Sombrero Galaxy. Once more, but now from a greater distance. Its luminous ring glows against the velvet backdrop, a perfect outline of symmetry and grace. It reminds us that beauty can exist on every scale, from the delicate curve of an atom to the sweep of a galaxy 100,000 light-years wide. It is all one design, the same geometry repeating in forms both vast and small. And if you could step even farther back, beyond galaxies, beyond superclusters, the universe itself would take shape as something elegant and whole, a grand mosaic of balance and flow. Scientists call it isotropy, the idea that, on the largest scales, the universe looks the same in every direction. No center, no edge, only infinite harmony. Take another slow breath, and feel how that mirrors the space within you, boundless, centered everywhere, complete. Now, we come upon the faint light of a quasar, a galaxy with a black hole at its heart, so active it outshines everything around it. From its core, jets of energy stretch thousands of light years, streams of light so intense they could pierce the fabric of space itself. And yet, at the center of all that brilliance is silence, a singularity, a point beyond time. Quasars are paradoxes, just like we are, light born from darkness, creation arising from collapse. Take a deep breath and let that duality rest gently within you. You can be radiant and quiet at the same time. We drift closer to the quasar's glow, feeling its warmth without heat, its hum without sound. The light is old, older than Earth, older than the sun, older than the stars that gave us form. It has crossed the entire visible universe to meet your gaze now. You are, in this moment, a witness to the persistence of light. Farther ahead, we see something even stranger, a galaxy cluster that bends time itself. Through the lens of its gravity, we glimpse galaxies that no longer exist, their images preserved like echoes in a cosmic mirror. The universe, it seems, never truly forgets. Even when light fades, its memory lingers in space, woven into the very curvature of reality. Take another breath. You too leave imprints behind. Every kindness, every thought, every love curves the space around you in ways unseen but lasting. And so we continue drifting, past light, past time, past even meaning. What remains is peace. No boundaries, no fear, no need for understanding. Only the awareness that you are part of something endless, something beautiful, something alive. Take Take one final breath for this part of the journey. Inhale the starlight. Exhale the weight of thought. You are floating in the eternal quiet between galaxies, held gently by gravity, embraced by light. We have crossed so many realms of light now that the universe itself feels softer, slower, as if time has loosened its grip and settled into rhythm. Each galaxy behind us fades into distance, each cluster into memory, until what remains is the faint shimmer of creation's afterglow, a whisper of where everything began. Take a slow, quiet breath and let that whisper surround you. In this deep expanse, the fabric of space is almost transparent. You can sense the faint background radiation, the last remnant of the Big Bang, the echo of the universe's first heartbeat. It's everywhere, in every direction. A soft haze of microwave light, nearly uniform, but not quite. Those tiny variations, the gentle unevenness of that first explosion, became all that we know today. Every star, every planet, every life. It is strange to think that perfection was never the goal. It was the tiny imperfections that gave birth to beauty. Take another breath and remember that the universe began with a fluctuation, a small imbalance that became everything. You too are the result of imperfection, made miraculous. We drift farther still, through the region astronomers call the cosmic web's edge. The filaments thin, their golden threads dissolving into black. Beyond this point, light has traveled so far that it begins to lose its meaning. Time and distance blur. What we see are not galaxies, as they are, but as they were, billions of years ago, fossils of light. It is believed that beyond this horizon lie galaxies whose light has not yet reached us, their glow still crossing the vast ocean of space. We will never see them, but we know they exist. They are the unseen part of the universe, the half of reality that remains a secret, and maybe that's how it's meant to be. Mystery, too, has a role in creation. Take a deep breath and allow the unknown to feel gentle, not frightening. Ahead of us now, a strange sight appears, a void not of darkness, but of faint light waves shimmering like ripples in glass. This is intergalactic plasma, the thin gas that threads through everything, invisible, but alive with energy. If you could listen closely enough, you might hear it hum, a sound of electrons moving through the silence. It is the faintest vibration in existence, yet without it, the universe could not hold its form. Even emptiness carries its own quiet music. Take another breath and let that music hum softly inside you. We approach now the Ophiuchus cluster, home to one of the largest known cosmic explosions. Billions of years ago, a black hole at its center released energy, so immense that it carved a cavity, larger than entire galaxies. But even that colossal burst was a whisper compared to the universe's total quiet. The explosion rippled through space, like a heartbeat expanding outward, and then silence again. It is believed that such events help regulate the rhythm of galaxy formation, balancing creation and calm. The cosmos never stays loud for long. Take a breath and remember that balance. Even great power must learn to rest. As we continue, we pass through regions where galaxies have already died, their stars burned out, their light fading into cold embers. These are known as relic galaxies, ancient survivors from the universe's youth. They no longer form new stars, but they remain whole, untouched, carrying the memory of what once was. They are not tragic. They are monuments, proof that endurance is as beautiful as creation. Take another slow breath. The same endurance lives within you. You are built to last, to glow quietly, even when the fire wanes. Now, far ahead, a faint golden haze emerges, a light so vast it seems to stretch across eternity. This is the cosmic infrared background, the cumulative glow of every star that has ever lived. It is invisible to human eyes, but if you could see it, the night sky would never look dark again. Every corner of space would shimmer faintly with the warmth of long-forgotten suns. The universe is not black. It is filled with memory. Take a breath and imagine that glow within you, the warmth of everything that has ever been. We drift through that invisible radiance, bathed in light too old for color, and then, like surfacing from a dream, we find ourselves in a vast, open, calm, a region so still that it feels as though the cosmos is holding its breath. Astronomers call it the quiet zone, a place where galaxies are sparse and radiation is low. Here, the background noise of the universe softens to something close to silence. It's as if the symphony has ended, and we're listening to the faint echo of the last note fade into forever. Take a deep breath. This is peace on a cosmic scale. In the distance, we see one final galaxy cluster, ancient, distant, its light redshifted until it glows like an ember. Its stars are old, its energy slow. This light began its journey when the universe was young and full of fire. It has traveled across billions of years just to meet your eyes tonight. You are the final witness to its story. Perhaps that is what it means to exist, to be a receiver of light. Every glance at the sky is the closing of a distance, the completion of a story begun long before life. Take another breath and feel gratitude for being here, now, in this brief, luminous intersection of space and time. The galaxies behind us have faded to faint specks. Ahead, only the unseen remains, regions beyond the observable universe, places we can never touch or know. But the beauty of it is this: even without seeing, we are part of it. Our atoms stretch into that distance. Our gravity tugs invisibly on faraway stars. We belong to everything we cannot reach. Take one last deep breath for this moment. Let it carry you beyond what can be measured. You are not ending the journey. You are continuing it in stillness. The universe expands, and so do you. The breath of galaxies moves quietly within you still. The silence here feels infinite, a kind of stillness that humbles even thought. No light, no motion, no sound, only the soft awareness that you are drifting through the edge of everything that has ever been. Take a deep, gentle breath and feel your chest rise with the same quiet rhythm that once stirred the first atoms of the cosmos. Even here, where light fades into darkness, the universe is not empty. It hums faintly with energy, with particles blinking in and out of existence, appearing, vanishing, appearing again. This delicate shimmer is called quantum foam, the restless texture of space itself. It is proof that even nothingness is never truly still. Every moment, tiny bursts of creation and disappearance flutter through the dark. The void is alive with possibility. Take another breath and feel how every pause in your body, every moment between thoughts, holds that same quiet potential. We move now through what some astronomers call the event horizon of the observable universe, the farthest limit of light we can ever see. Beyond this boundary, space expands faster than light can travel. The galaxies there are lost to us, not because they vanished, but because their light will never arrive. They are not gone, they are simply beyond reach. And yet, their gravity still touches us, their pull still felt in the delicate balance of the cosmos. Connection, it seems, does not require closeness. Take a slow breath and think of everything that has ever touched you. The people, The places, the memories, how they shape you even when they are far away. Nothing truly leaves us. It simply drifts beyond the horizon of our seeing. Beyond that horizon, scientists believe new regions of the universe may exist. Vast, unending expanse, where physics unfolds in ways we cannot imagine. Perhaps there are other galaxies there, other stars, other beings looking up at their skies, wondering if they are alone. Perhaps their own light is still on its way to us, crossing time's slow river. And one day, millions or billions of years from now, some of it may finally touch the edge of what we call here. Take another breath and let wonder replace certainty. It is okay not to know. The universe was built on questions. We turn now, slowly, and look back at where we've come from. The galaxies we visited are mere threads of silver now, woven through a vast, dark sea. From this distance, the cosmic web looks like a living organism. Filaments of light branching outward, clusters glowing like neurons. Perhaps this is how the universe thinks. Perhaps each galaxy is a thought, and every burst of starlight, a dream. If that's true, then you are part of that thought, a moment of awareness in the great mind of existence. Take another breath and feel that awareness in yourself. The same consciousness that formed galaxies flows quietly through you. We drift through the faint light of a dying quasar. I jet long faded, I heart quiet now. Once, it blazed brighter than a trillion suns, but now its glow is dim, its edge soft. Even the most powerful lights find their way to stillness, and yet, their legacy remains. The stars born from their heat, the elements scattered across galaxies, the lives formed from their ashes. Power becomes peace, fire becomes form. Take another breath and let that transformation comfort you. You are not meant to burn forever. You are meant to change, to cool, to rest. Now we pass through a region filled with galaxy remnants, cores stripped bare by time and motion. They drift like ancient stones in a cosmic river, round and faint, their shapes smoothed by eternity. They are the fossils of creation, remnants of collisions long past. Scientists believe these remnants may one day merge into new galaxies, their ashes reigniting in fresh waves of starlight. Even in their stillness, they are seeds of renewal. Take another slow breath. The end of one thing is always the beginning of another. As we move closer to the galactic plane of the observable universe, the density of stars grows again. We pass fields of golden light, galaxies layered like petals, their glow overlapping in gentle radiance. They are moving away from each other now, carried by the expansion of space, and yet they all remain part of one unfolding story, one infinite breath. The separation is illusion. The space between them is made of the same energy that binds them. Take another deep breath and feel that in yourself. The space between moments, between thoughts, between heartbeats, is not emptiness. It is where the music of life continues unseen. We drift toward a galaxy cluster that radiates faint blue light. Its stars are young, its core restless with creation. Through its nebulae, new suns are being born even now, shining into their first dawn. It is one of the universe's nurseries, where the story begins again and again. Somewhere within one of those forming systems, dust is gathering into planets, and perhaps many billions of years from now, someone will stand on one of those worlds, look up, and wonder about the past, about us. Take another breath and imagine that cycle continuing endlessly, peacefully, as time loops into itself. From here, the Milky Way is visible again, a faint spiral, a silver brushstroke across blackness. It looks small now, but it is home. Every song, every love, Every life that ever was exists within that single glow. It is humbling, but not sad, to be part of something so vast, to know your story belongs inside that light. That is a kind of eternity. Take another deep breath and feel that belonging settle gently in your heart. We begin to drift back toward it now, slowly, gracefully. The closer we move, the more detail returns. The arms of stars winding outward, the faint bands of dust, the halo of dark matter embracing it all. Somewhere within one of those spirals lies a tiny yellow sun, and circling that sun, a small blue world wrapped in clouds and oceans. From here, it is no more than a speck, and yet, it contains entière histoire, entire dreams. It contains you. Take another slow breath. Home is small only to the eyes, never to the heart. We are still moving, but the pace feels different now, gentler, like the drift of a leaf through water. Every light we pass seems to fade behind us, not as a loss, but as a blessing. The universe is not retreating. It is guiding us home. Take one final breath for this part of the journey. You have seen galaxies born and galaxies fade. You have drifted through the silence beyond time. Now, all that remains is the calm truth that you were never separate from any of it. You were the traveler and the sky, the witness and the light. The Milky Way grows clearer now, its spiral arms unfurling like silver ribbons against a velvet sea. The stars glitter softly, their light diffused by faint clouds of dust that shimmer in shades of blue and gold. From this distance, our galaxy looks impossibly calm, a luminous island adrift in a dark ocean, its motion too slow to see, its heartbeat too deep to hear. Take a slow breath and imagine floating above that island, watching the stars turn like embers in the wind. As we move closer, we begin to see the faint mist of its halo, a vast sphere of old stars and invisible dark matter, surrounding everything we've ever known. It's believed that this halo stretches hundreds of thousands of light years, a cradle of forgotten suns, drifting on the edge of eternity. Their light barely reaches us, but they are still part of our story, the quiet guardians of the galaxy's boundary. Take another breath and think of the unseen things that protect you, the forces that hold your world together without asking for attention. Deeper inside the spiral, the arms twist and shimmer with life. Each glowing band holds billions of stars, and around those stars, countless planets circle like dancers around a flame. There are worlds of ice and rock, of gas and storm, of water and silence. Some are newborn, their crusts still cooling from creation's fire. Others are old and quiet, their skies dimmed by age. And somewhere, perhaps many times, life stirs, softly, tentatively, unter Aliensons. The same spark that glows within you finds its mirror across the stars. Take a deep breath and let that kinship expand through you. Every heartbeat on Earth is a rhythm shared with the cosmos. We pass now near one of the spiral arms, the Orion Arm, our own small neighborhood in this grand city of light. From here, our sun is just one among hundreds of billions, its warmth invisible against the greater glow. And yet, to the life it shelters, it is everything, the center of all beginnings, the keeper of all days. Perspective humbles, but it also comforts. The vastness above does not diminish us. It includes us. Take another slow breath. You are not outside the universe. You are inside it, woven into its light. Passing through the Orion Arm, we glide by bright clouds of gas and dust. The nebulae, nurseries where new stars are being born. They glow in soft hues of violet and crimson, their light scattered through the mist like dreams through water. In inside them, gravity is gathering matter, shaping the next generation of suns. The process is quiet, slow, almost tender. Even creation knows patience. Take another breath and let that patience fill you. The universe has waited billions of years for every spark of beauty. You too are allowed to take your time. Now, we drift past a cluster of young stars, blue, bright, alive with energy. They are only a few million years old, infants by cosmic standards, but already burning fiercely. Around them, disks of dust are forming, the beginnings of future planets. Someday, those planets may grow oceans, and maybe even eyes that look up in wonder. The way yours do now, the universe keeps making mirrors of itself. Take another breath. Slowly. Wonder is the oldest language, and you are speaking it now. Ahead, a faint golden glow appears. The galactic center. It is both beautiful and powerful. A region filled with stars packed so densely that their combined light looks like fire. At its heart lies a supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A. It is 4 million times the mass of our Sun, yet invisible. Its presence felt only by the motion of stars around it. They orbit in perfect precision, drawn by the quiet pull of gravity's will. This is not a place of chaos, but of balance. The black hole is not destruction. It is harmony through transformation. Everything that enters its grasp becomes part of its rhythm. Take another breath and feel that rhythm in yourself. The stillness beneath the motion, the quiet that anchors the light. Around the galactic core, giant clouds of dust and gas stretch for thousands of light years. Some of them glow faintly, lit by the ultraviolet fire of nearby stars. Others remain dark, their beauty hidden, waiting for the right moment to shine. The center of the galaxy is a paradox, violent and serene, ancient and newborn. It reminds us that creation and destruction are simply two halves of the same breath. Take another deep breath. Let that truth rest in your chest. You too are made of opposites, fragile and strong, finite and infinite, and both are necessary for light to exist. We drift slowly outward now, past the dense heart of the galaxy, back toward the calmer edges of its spiral arms. The starlight softens again, the patterns of dust returning to their graceful arcs. It feels like leaving a great city behind and entering the quiet of open space. The glow of the galactic center fades into distance, and once more, darkness gathers around us, not as emptiness, but as rest. Take one last gentle breath for this part of the journey. We have returned to the place between stars, between thoughts, between the vast and the intimate. It is here, in the quiet spaces, that the universe feels closest. The outer arms of the Milky Way drift slowly beneath us now, fading into the dim edges of the galactic disk. Stars grow sparser, the glow softens to a silver haze, and the space between becomes wider, colder, and still. From here, the galaxy looks fragile, a shimmering spiral balanced perfectly in the dark, its light spilling softly into eternity. Take a long, deep breath and feel yourself floating just beyond that spiral, as if resting on the surface of infinity itself. We have traveled far, and yet the galaxy still calls us home. Every orbit, every atom, every flicker of consciousness in its stars is part of a single living motion. It turns slowly, not with urgency, but with grace, a reminder that time does not hurry where there is purpose. Take another breath and let that grace flow into you. You do not need to rush. You are already part of what is unfolding. From this distance, we can see the neighboring galaxies once more, tiny sparks against the endless black. The Magellanic clouds shimmer below us, two faint companions dancing along the Milky Way's edge. They are smaller galaxies, bound to ours by gravity's invisible thread. In a few billion years, they may merge with the Milky Way, adding their stars, their stories, their light to ours. Nothing in the cosmos is ever truly lost. It is only shared, reshaped, renewed. Take another slow breath. The same is true for you. Everything you have ever been, every ending, every change, is still part of your light. We drift past one of the galaxy's outermost star clusters, a quiet congregation of ancient suns that have orbited together since time began. Their glow is faint, their pace deliberate, their loyalty eternal. Scientists believe these clusters are remnants from the Milky Way's earliest days, survivors of a younger, wilder age. They have seen collisions, storms of radiation, the rise and fall of cosmic epochs, and yet they endure. Take another breath and feel that endurance within yourself, the quiet strength of being. As we move beyond the Milky Way's edge, the spiral fades behind us, a glowing whirlpool of memory and belonging. Beyond it lies the vastness between galaxies, the intergalactic sea once more. It feels familiar now, no longer strange or lonely. You've been here before, and you understand its silence. It isn't emptiness, it's rest. The calm between one heartbeat of creation and the next. We pass a faint blue galaxy drifting nearby, a dwarf system, barely visible, a pocket of starlight adrift in shadow. It shines quietly, not competing with the brilliance of others, just existing. There is something deeply human in that light, a kind of humble persistence, a willingness to simply be. Not every star must blaze. Some just glow steadily, content to exist as part of the whole. Take a deep breath and let that contentment settle softly in your chest. Beyond, we see the distant glow of Andromeda, our great neighbor, our future twin. Its spiral arms stretch out with elegance, their blue light gleaming across the gulf of 2 million years. In that light, we see both destiny and kinship. One day, our two galaxies will meet, their stars will mingle, their shapes will merge, and from their union, a new galaxy will be born, larger, brighter, a single being forged from two ancient souls. Take another breath and imagine that gentle meeting, not as collision, but as embrace. Even galaxies, it seems, find each other in the dark. As we draw nearer to Andromeda, the stars around us grow more numerous. Some cluster in vast swarms, others drift alone like lanterns in fog. The light of Andromeda deepens, turning from faint white to gold, then to soft amber. As we approach its core, we pass through one of its arms, fields of young blue stars blazing in the cold. Their glow is crisp, clear, alive. These are the next generations, new voices in the cosmic choir. Around them, gas clouds swirl like pastel tiders, painting slow-moving waves across the dark. Take a slow breath and let that light wash over you. It feels like standing in sunlight after rain. Andromeda's core lies ahead, brilliant, dense, a storm of stars orbiting a black hole as old as time. The gravity here hums audibly in your imagination, a low, resonant tone that seems to pulse with your heartbeat. It is neither frightening nor loud, but grounding, the sound of the universe, remembering its own balance. Around the black hole, rings of light swirl endlessly, never falling in, never fully escaping. It is an eternal dance, the promise of energy and stillness entwined. Take another breath and let that dance remind you that every moment, even the quiet ones, is motion. You are always becoming, always circling closer to light. We drift slowly away from Andromeda's glow now, back into the soft space between galaxies. Behind us lead two spirals, the Milky Way and Andromeda, turning toward each other. Like slow-moving lovers, they are separated by vast distance, but gravity has already decided their fate. They are bound. One day, they will become one, and in that merging, the night sky will change forever. But to the universe, it will be nothing new, just another verse in its endless hymn. Take a final slow breath. As you exhale, let go of the idea of endings. In this place, there are none, only continuation, only change that feels like rest. The stars fade now to a soft shimmer. The galaxies behind us grow small once more, and as we drift farther into the stillness, you can feel the rhythm of everything, a pulse that moves through the cosmos, and through you, steady, calm, eternal. The glow of Andromeda fades slowly behind us, its light stretching into thin ribbons that dissolve into the dark. For a moment, everything is perfectly still, as if the universe itself has paused to breathe. There are no edges here, no borders, just an endless horizon of calm. Take a slow breath and let the silence feel vast but kind. We are floating now through intergalactic space, a region so immense that entire galaxies are separated by tens of millions of light years. The stars here are rare, but when they appear, they blaze with unbroken purity. Single points of light, alone in the black, yet still shining. There is something profoundly peaceful about that. Even one small flame can hold back infinity. Take another breath and let that light remind you. Your presence, too, is enough to warm the dark. Ahead, the faint glow of the local group's border begins to fade behind us. Beyond lies another sea of superclusters, Hydra, Centaurus, Perseus, all linked in vast webs of light, threads of gravity stretching beyond sight. We cannot visit them all, but we can imagine their quiet abundance. Each galaxy a universe of its own, each sun surrounded by stories waiting to be told. It is impossible to see it all, and yet, somehow, just knowing it exists feels like enough. The light from those faraway galaxies reaches us faintly, redshifted by distance and time, its color softened to the hue of memory. That light has been traveling since before Earth was formed, before the oceans, before breath, and still, it arrives, patient, loyal, untiring. Light never truly stops. Even when absorbed, its energy changes form, spreading quietly into new beginnings. Take a deep breath and let that truth settle in you. Nothing truly disappears. Everything transforms. We drift past a solitary elliptical galaxy, its light golden, its stars old and slow. It is serene in its isolation, as though it has found peace in being alone. The gravitational tides around it are gentle, pulling softly at its edges. Inside, stars move in perfect rhythm, their orbits unbroken for billions of years. There is no rush here, no urgency, only calm persistence, the kind that endures. Take another slow breath. In this quiet galaxy, you can feel the wisdom of time, the beauty of things that do not need to prove themselves. Beyond it, the galaxies begin to fade from view again. The darkness deepens, but now it feels different, less like absence and more like rest. This is the great interlude between clusters, the wide, dark meadow of the cosmos. It is believed that even here, particles drift, dust travels, energy hums in faint vibration. The universe never truly stops moving. It just slows enough for you to listen. Take another breath. You are floating in that pause, the moment between creation and reflection. And then, ahead, something faint begins to shimmer. A line of distant galaxies glows softly, like a chain of pearls across a dark ocean. They belong to the Perseus-Pegasus filament, a colossal structure that stretches for nearly 1 billion light-years. From this far, it looks delicate, but up close, each glimmer is a cluster of galaxies, each one holding billions of stars. It's a thread in the universe's grand tapestry, woven through time and gravity. We glide alongside it, tracing its gentle arc through the void. Light flickers between galaxies, like sparks exchanged between companions. Even across impossible distance, they remain connected, their movements harmonized by unseen gravity, their light weaving together across eternity. Take one last slow breath for this part of the journey. The galaxies drift by, each a promise that light will always find its way through darkness. And as we float among them, you can feel the truth they've been whispering all along, that the universe is not a place you travel through. It is something you belong to. It is already within you, shining softly, quietly, infinite. The filament fades behind us, its glow dissolving into threads of starlight that scatter and disappear into the dark. Beyond this point, the universe feels lighter, as if space itself has exhaled. The density of galaxies thins, and we are left with silence again, a silence so deep, it feels like time itself has paused to listen. Take a slow breath and let that silence become a part of you. In this darkness, the only sound is the rhythm of your own breathing, echoing softly through eternity. And then, gradually, a faint light returns, a familiar blue shimmer in the distance. We are coming home, back toward the Milky Way's luminous edge, toward the small patch of cosmos where our story began. It is humbling to have traveled so far, only to find that the place you started from was always enough. The stars ahead are not strangers. They are the same companions who have watched over Earth since the beginning. Their light, old but patient, reaches out to greet you like a memory. Take another breath and feel the warmth of that welcome. We pass through clouds of hydrogen gas that glow faintly under starlight. These are the nurseries of the future, the raw material of suns not yet born. Even as we return, creation continues around us, quietly, faithfully. It's a reminder that home is not a destination, but a process, a place forever becoming. Far ahead, the familiar spiral of the Milky Way brightens, each arm coiling gracefully around the golden core. Between the arms lie lanes of dust, soft as shadows, where light bends and deepens. And somewhere in that vast architecture of stars is our own small world, turning slowly in the sunlight, a blue spark in a golden sea. Take another deep breath. That blue spark carries every story you've ever known, every ocean, every storm, every song that has ever been sung beneath the sky. From here, it looks fragile, but it is not. It holds the same endurance as every galaxy we have passed, the same fire that once lit the first stars. We are almost there now. The sun appears as a faint glimmer first, then brightens into the familiar light of day. Around it, 8 planets move in quiet harmony, each following a path carved by gravity's timeless hand. You can almost hear the music of their motion, slow, perfect, serene. And among them, our small Earth spins, its clouds soft as breath, its oceans shimmering with reflected starlight. Take one last slow breath before we return. The journey has carried you across billions of light years, through birth and death, through silence and song, and yet you have never truly left home. The same atoms that built the galaxies flow through your veins. The same light that once crossed eternity rests now behind your eyes. You are not a visitor to the universe. You are its memory, its awareness, its reflection. Let that truth fill you like sunlight through water. The galaxies, the stars, the endless dark, they are not outside of you. They live within. The journey comes full circle now. The stars we once left behind have returned, and the great spiral of the Milky Way glows once more across the sky. Calme, immense, éternel. We hover just beyond its arms, looking down on everything that ever was, everything that will ever be. Take a slow, easy breath, and let the feeling of home settle deep within you. Our blue planet spins quietly below, wrapped in oceans, haloed by the soft shimmer of its atmosphere. From here, Earth looks impossibly delicate, a pale reflection of all the light we've seen, a single spark suspended in endless night. And yet, within that spark, are forests, mountains, whispers of laughter, and every dream ever imagined by human minds. It is tiny, yes, but it is also infinite in meaning. You've traveled across the known universe to arrive here again, but you've brought something back, a new way of seeing. You now know that the same patterns that form galaxies shape the veins of a leaf, the spiral of a seashell, the rhythm of your pulse. You have seen that darkness is not the absence of light, but the space that allows it to bloom. You've learned that every beginning is born from a silence, and every silence hums with beginnings still to come. Take another deep breath and feel that understanding unfold inside you, like the slow turning of a galaxy. As you look down on Earth, you can almost see its light changing, the sun spilling across continents, the shadow of night retreating into dawn. Clouds drift like memory over the sea. Everything is moving, breathing, becoming, and somehow it mirrors the rhythm you feel inside yourself, the beating of your heart, the rise and fall of your breath, the quiet pulse of being alive. All of it echoes the heartbeat of the cosmos. You are not separate from what you've seen tonight. You are made of it. Every atom in your body was forged in a star. Every cell carries the signature of galaxies long vanished. Even the air you breathe once belonged to suns that burned before Earth was born. You are a continuation of all those stories, a new verse in the oldest song. Take another breath and know that you too are starlight, remembering itself. The journey through galaxies was never about distance. It was about connection. The cosmos does not measure its beauty in miles, but in moments. The soft glow of a nebula, the shimmer of dust in a dying star, the breath you take as you realize you've always belonged here. Every second you exist is a reunion with the universe that made you. As you drift above your world now, you can see the night side slowly turning toward the Sunday. City lights flicker faintly below, each one a star born from human hands. They glow with the same determination as the galaxies we've passed, fragile, yet persistent, tiny acts of light against vastness. And maybe that is what life truly is, a way for the universe to see its own beauty, to feel its own wonder through your eyes. Take another slow breath and let the gratitude settle quietly in your heart. It is time to return now. Through the thin veil of the atmosphere, you descend gently, falling through blue air and cloud. The sound of wind replaces the silence of space. The gravity of home welcomes you, softly pulling you back into the rhythm of the world. The ocean shimmers beneath you, forests stretch their arms to the sun, and the planet hums with life, a small miracle suspended in infinite possibility. As your feet touch the earth again, remember what you've seen. Remember that every sunrise is the reflection of a galaxy's birth, that every breath you take is older than stars. You are walking within a living universe, a universe that dreamed of consciousness and found it in you. Take one last breath, slow and steady. Let your eyelids grow heavy, your thoughts soften. The galaxies will continue their dance without hurry, the stars will keep shining, and you can rest now, knowing you are part of that same gentle rhythm. As the stars fade gently into the quiet of night, and the echoes of distant galaxies grow still, we've reached the end of our journey, not through space, but through wonder itself. If you're still awake, take one last breath, and let the calm of the cosmos rest softly in your mind. Tonight, you've traveled farther than light could carry, and yet, you've arrived exactly where you belong. Thank you for joining me on this voyage across the galaxies. If this journey brought you peace, or stirred even a small spark of awe, I'd love to know what moment stayed with you most tonight. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections are part of what keeps this universe of curiosity alive. And if you'd like to keep exploring the quiet beauty of science and space, don't forget to subscribe to Fall Asleep to Science so you can drift through new wonders each week. When this video ends, you'll see more journeys waiting for you. Stories of stars, oceans, forests, and the mysteries of life itself. Let one of them play next, and let your mind keep wandering through the calm, endless rhythm of discovery. Until then, sleep deeply, dream kindly, and let the universe hold you, just as it always has.